She is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Community Development at the University of the Philippines in the Visayas. Underwent various capacity development training programs, which include the Certificate in Development Management from Asian School Development and Cross-Cultural Studies. She is also a TESDA trainer and assessor of microfinance technology with NC Level 2. A licensed professional teacher and currently taking up her master's degree in management at the University of the Philippines in the Visayas. She's working with the TSKI for the last 21 years. Within those years, she was able to handle various positions, starting from the microfinance operations to being a training manager. She was able to also manage and implement various projects and partnerships with different local and foreign organizations for being in charge of the Community and Enterprise Development Department of the said organization. Currently, she is in charge of the TSKI Skills and Knowledge Institute Incorporated, a subsidiary company of TSKI Microfinance NGO. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Ms. Iris. Welcome, Iris.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Sir Roland, thank you so much for that kind introduction, sir. Napakaganda po indeed ng ating pinag-uusapan ngayong hapon. And I would like to thank the APPEND leaders and also this event ngayon. I would remember previous years, every year we look forward to this na mag face-to-face, but then because of this pandemic, we are here virtually, we are meeting each other. But sabi nga, nothing can stop the advancement and the initiatives of the microfinance organizations in terms of providing different strategies and opportunities in poverty alleviation and eradication in our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for this opportunity. So, we have discussed, sabi nga ni Sir Glenn kanina, food always in the home. Napakagandang wika, faith, food always in the home. And diba, we recognize, of course, that without the farmers, we will not have food being served in our table. Kanina nung nag-lunch tayo, yung mga kinain natin, I hope that we remember the farmers who really toiled a lot in bringing us those kind of products. Okay. In TSKI, we have established a TSKI Skills and Knowledge Institute, which is actually a subsidiary organization of TSKI Microfinance NGO. Now, our vision here is to really empower the different members of the community coming from the different sectors of the society in order for them that their capacity will be enhanced to further contribute to the betterment of our community. So that's why currently we have registered in TESDA. Now we are currently a registered training and assessment center of microfinance technology, NC2, wherein we have facilitated different batches of scholars also to be equipped in the role as loan officers and then be part of this organization or even be involved and be employed in other companies as well. So with regards to the reason why TSKI decided to embark in establishing a farm school, aside from the current programs that we have, our President Angel L. De Leon Jr. has this to say.
Good afternoon. I'm pleased to discuss with you on why TSKI embarked in having a farm school. When we talk about poverty, particularly in the rural areas, most likely we would always say that it is the marginal farmers or the fisher folks that are greatly affected because of the agricultural situation in our country. And indeed, the small farmers would be subjected to a lot of circumstances in which they are not able to be productive, like a high cost of farm inputs, the scarcity of irrigation, and also most of the time, the prices of palay during harvest time. And so, given those circumstances, in our program in helping the marginalized farmers in TSKI, we thought that it was kind of important for us to be involved in a farmers integrated program that will address the basic problems of small farmers. Our intervention in this undertaking is to see to it that these small farmers are organized. And indeed, as we organize them, we saw to it that they would have a contiguous area of around 15 to 20 hectares. We would like to look at it as an organized farming so that mechanization can be introduced in their farming activities. However, increasing productivity is not only the issue in the life of a small farmers. Somehow, we realize, and they experience it, that during time of after planting and waiting time for harvesting is what you call the gestation period, wherein which they have to find another means of livelihood. And so it was kind of important for us to undertake a particular program that will address this period wherein which they are awaiting for their harvest time. If there is no livelihood program that we introduce, somehow what the farmers will be doing is they will go to the 5-6, they will go to usurious undertaking wherein which they will need money so that they can feed their family. Only to realize that during harvest time, all their harvest produce will just be used to pay for such loan. Or even sometimes, they will default on the loans that we extended to them. And so what we did was to see to it that they should be involved in a small enterprise in the window when they are waiting for their particular harvest. And so we felt that they should have what you call a livelihood in between, like having a vegetable garden at their backyard, try to support a small piggery program, or try to breed or try to undertake some poultry business or livelihood, and a lot of things that will tie them off until the harvest time. However, we realized that as simple as it may be, this particular undertaking, it needs a lot of technology and training as well. Take for example, if you tell them that they will go into high-value crops so that they will have vegetables, they will be able to eat during the time in which they're waiting for their harvest. I think it is not enough that we tell them to plant vegetable. What is important is for them to realize what vegetables do they need to plant, how to plant the vegetables, and how to make good in maintaining this kind of vegetables so that it can be marketed if ever they have an excess in production. And so, TSKI embarked into a farm school wherein which we can educate farmers in some form of livelihood that is agricultural based. In our farm school, we teach them how to grow vegetables in a very scientific way. When we tell them you plant with high value crop, we teach them the technology on how to plant, what kind of vegetables you plant on this kind of soil. When we tell them that they need to have, they need to raise some form of backyard piggery, we tell them on how to raise this kind of pigs, the kind, the race that they should be able to get, and the type of food that they can feed the pigs. And so we have a wide array of programs in our farm school, ranging from vegetables to chicken raising, to piggery, to goat raising, to small fish panda raising, and even we introduce them to vermiculture so that they themselves can save from the fertilizers that they use in their farms. And so with this, we will be able to address the particular window in which, when they are done with their planting, they will be able to undertake another livelihood program that will tie them off until they are able to harvest. And so with this, I believe that the farm school will really educate them in how to be an enterprising farmers. The beauty about the farm school is it is accredited with the TESDA and with the Agricultural Training Institute, which means that they are able to attend classes for free, but TESDA will be able to pay for the educational fees. And this means that eventually when they graduate, they will be an NC2 graduate, they will have this competency that indeed they themselves can be teachers, they themselves can be the one who will be teaching other farmers in their locality.
So with that kind of vision, fueled with passion, pandemic will not stop us in exploring opportunities to complement the existing programs of the organization, even if it means retooling and developing new competencies. Bringing food security and sustainability in agricultural households entails various strategies, since this is not just about production, but it includes the entire value chain of the agricultural sector that affect the whole economic interaction of the industry. It also involves the interplay of other sectors of our society. So one approach or model that we are doing in TSKI right now is the integrated farming system. So in order for all of us to get a glimpse of what integrated farming system is all about, let's watch this.
Good day. I am Mr. Edward Trisico, the farm consultant of TSKI Farm. One of the greatest problem in our agriculture sector at present are the windows of opportunity in the livelihood aspect. Farming nowadays become a problem in the society of farmers because of the lack in innovative technology, creative stewardship, and their farming practices. The rice commodity as a staple food for Filipinos has been affected with higher inputs and lower in production. And our production cost is very high compared than other neighboring countries. Because of this, TSKI Farm developed a farming program which is the integrated and diversified under the value chain program to increase the alternative livelihood and potential income opportunities for sustainability, food safety, food security, and food sovereignty. The most important things to consider to have a successful farming practices is to develop and apply the technology. The only technology which is sustainable in the applications of farming practices is the nature farming system technology. This is the backbone of a successful farming practices under the value chain program. Its application is infinite and it contributes to the welfare of environment and the society as well. The application of this technology can be expanded to different productivity commodities such as high-value crops production, livestock, which is the poultry and swine and goat production, systems of rice intensification integrated with rice and fish culture, the development and emplacement of inland agri-fishery, the advocacy in the salt farming, which is the sloping agricultural land technology integrated with a sustainable food forest production, and advocacy on the medicinal farming and the awareness of health programs for every Filipino farmers and consumers. The high-value crops production is one of the potential in the development of earning a higher income program. The TSKI show windows in the development of a limited areas for productions like 100 square meters can have a decent income of at least one cycle period, which is the 45 days, can gather as much as 240 kilos of lettuce, which is equivalent to 36,000 times 6 cycles in a year. This is one of the innovative and creative concepts in the farming and another productivity commodity which is also potential as an alternative livelihood in earning higher income in the establishment of livestock production. TSKI Farm develop a short-term production period like native chicken to sustain the long-term livestock commodity such as the productions of the native pigs. The native chicken production under the compartmentalized program in the development of 30 square meters layer productions in the ratio of 30 heads can produce as much as 900 eggs in 2 months. In actual practices, it shows that a 60% result in the hatching stage, which is equivalent to 540 heads with the economic value in the grow-out period as much as 102,600 pesos in 60-day cycle. The good thing about the productivity commodity, the byproducts converted into the potential compost fertilizers which can be used back in the farm production. The use of NFS feeds and technology lower down the cost by 60% in the production process, which means more alternative income for the farmer growers. The swine production, which is the native pigs, shows a remarkable exponential quantity in the production. Aside from using the NFS feeds, which is 80% indigenous, like potential vegetable scraps and identified rich protein vegetable feeds, are one of the components lowering the cost and ensuring high returns of income. TSKI also developed another productivity commodity in the development of inland agri-fishery for another alternative livelihood opportunities for the farmers. This contributes high income returns in the productions and to address the sustainability of every farmer growers for every household. Due to the current uprising problems in the rice farmer growers are higher farm inputs which result to a less income for the rice farmer growers. Our production cost ratio as much as 12 pesos in every kilo of palay, and our vested prevailing price in the market forces is between 12 to 13 pesos per kilo, resulting to higher inputs. The rice farmer growers incur losses in their farming practices. TSKI Farm developed another window of productivity commodity, which is the systems of rice intensifications, integrated with rice and fish culture, to ensure that the income in the productions both in the rice and the fish culture has 20 times higher income result because of the fish culture value. One of the major areas concerned are the hilly places. The hilly places remains to be idle in terms of agricultural production and did not result to a productive area. The TSKI advocates and develop a show window model in the development of the sloping areas into a sloping agricultural land technology integrated with a sustainable food forest production. This model is one of the potential development in the integrated agricultural practices, developing the unproductive area to be more productive. The sloping agricultural land technology can be utilized in vegetable production. The contours in the strips are important components to preserve the soil erosions. This technology has a potential in the short and long-term production. This means that the SALT program reduces idle lands and converts it into a productive practices. Another productivity commodity that the TSKI Farm developed is the medicinal farming. Nowadays, people are mostly influenced by the Western culture. It means that the intervention of natural medicine were not realized. The TSKI Farm established the medicinal farming program as one of the important components with the health issues in the communities. The TSKI Farm, leading into a farm tourism destination, advocates in using alternative medicine in the expansion and awareness. This productivity commodity is also in demand by the restaurants, hotels, and malls in the promotions and market. Lastly, the TSKI Farm recommend for the sustainability of productions and income by adopting the integrated farming practices of every farmers in the specific communities to become more resilient in every circumstances. Integrated farming practices are the only solutions to the Filipino farmers to earn, live, and have a decent, sustainable life. Thank you and God bless us all.
We are all excited about this, especially TSKI is currently working with the 215 farmers organization in the provinces of Iloilo and Capiz with more than 5,000 farmers under our Farmers Integrated Development Assistance Program. So moreover, this will also be an avenue for collaboration of different agencies, both private and public agencies, especially the local government units. Actually, during our startup, we are already partnering with the Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources or the BFAR, the Philippine Coconut Authority, and we are also partnering with, of course, the local government unit here in the municipality of Pavia. So moving forward, we are now processing our documents to be registered as accredited by the Agricultural Training Institute or the ATI as a learning site for agriculture. And later also with the TESDA with different kinds of qualifications related to agriculture, of course. In the midst of this pandemic, may we not just recover, but more so rise above from where we were before as we discover more of our capabilities and opportunities brought about by this crisis. We believe that by partnering with the agricultural sector, this is our humble way of letting brotherly love continue. Thank you very much and God bless everyone.